This is Greenie the Jimmy. Greenie the Gimenez.
With 12 grams of protein in every serving, Quaker Protein Instant Oatmeal is there for active mornings. Friendly company.
insurance options.
I could compare car insurance options, but I
This
won't.
Cheetos pizza thing, it changes everything.
Hey, you guys try these? Pretty tasty.
Hey, Donnie, don't you...
Take
All
your
right.
first month free. $1 down, $24.99 a month. Deal ends
Something's
March
too
13th.
loud. Something's too loud. Maybe it's me, maybe it's them. Maybe it's me, maybe it's the music. Well, I want to thank you all for joining. I gotta go check on my coffee, because I gotta work until about 2. I don't know if you guys saw this one a lot. This is Greenie. This is my Gimenez. It's my Gimenez Greenie. It's the Chrysler Green one. It's the second one that was ever made. Well, the first one that was ever made that was for production. I haven't gone out and, hey, what's going on, brother? Hey, Isaiah, what's going on? Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I was listening to Zappa while I was working before, and I was like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, I forgot about how awesome this stuff is. And I was like really digging it. Started with Joe's Garage, and it just went into this unbelievable spiral of amazing tunes. Anyway, I want to thank you for coming by, and thank everybody for watching. I have a couple people watching tonight. I got a lot of, wow, somebody's fingers were busy. Thanks, Isaiah. Thank you who else was tapping alive. That was amazing. Give me a second. I'm just gonna go look at the coffee and see if it's done. And I gotta see. I'm gonna leave this looking at you. I'm gonna leave the guitar looking at you. Maybe if you can get a good look at it. It's hard to see in the light. It's hard to see the green in the light, but it's green. It's green, all right. It's green, all right. And I'm looking at the coffee. See about the coffee. Oh yeah, the coffee's good. The coffee's okay. Yeah, my time is up. I gotta get back to work. That was my weird dinnerish lunch break, but I am actually at the work for tonight, and I'm working in my it's not hoarding if it's guitar shirt. My sister got this for me. It's awesome. So I wrecked my car. I wrecked it. Well, it's not really my car. It's my ex-wife's car, and she has my car. So, and I totaled it. I totaled it. It officially cost more to fix than it's worth. I think the repair value is like $6,000. The car's worth about $4,000. So that was that. But it's a Toyota, and I'm gonna get another Toyota because I like Toyotas. I have good luck with them. I do. They're really easy cars to take care of. They're not expensive to fix. Like Chevys used to be in the 70s. They weren't expensive to fix. Yeah, I'm that old. And thank you so much. Thank you, Isaiah. Thank you so much. You're the greatest, dude. It's amazing. The Toyotas to me have just, so I'm probably looking, since I live in the mountains, I'm probably looking at either a RAV4 or a 4Runner or a Tacoma. And ooh, have a hat. That was one. Thanks, dude. I missed a show because of the totaled car. I couldn't play the show because the car was shot. The front end is trashed and the hood's trashed, and so I was sad because I couldn't play the show, and it was the Improv show, which is, I like doing improv almost as much as I like singing and playing guitar, which is what you see me doing a lot. You see me doing improv a lot. and I really enjoy doing improv. I've always enjoyed doing improv. The story is like when I was young, when I went to grade, my band teacher, his name was Benter, Mr. Benter, and I went with my guitar, and he said, "We don't need a guitar player. We need a trombone player." I was like, "Yeah, give me a mouthpiece. See what we can do." And by 7th grade, I was doing jazz solos for Mr. Jackson, and I used to go early to school. My mom came out of a pill stupor one time. She's like, "Why are you going early to school? Is somebody touching you?" I was like, "Yeah, Ma, the music is touching me." She's like, "What?" It's like, "Yeah, Ma, the music. It's about the music, Ma." She's like, "Oh, the music." And then she went back to her pill stupor, and I was like, "All right, I'm good. I'm good." So I the school gave me a trombone because I couldn't afford to. And when I got to high school, the deal with the band teacher was if I could learn to sight read and sight read everything that was brought to me, then I could give me a permanent band pass. So he did. He gave me a permanent band pass, and all I did in high school was play the guitar in the practice room. And it was hard to see. Hey, hi. It was hard to. There wasn't YouTube, or there wasn't tablature. There wasn't extensive tablature. There was just whatever music I could get and whatever I could do. So I just kept doing it, and I did it for 4 years. Well, I did all kinds of stuff to keep us in the house because I didn't want us to lose the house. And I didn't want to be like a 12-year-old with a filled out ma and a 2-year-old brother on the street or in a homeless shelter, and I didn't want to give up my guitar, so I kept my guitar. And then I had the Fender Squier Bullet, which I still have. I still have the Fender Squier Bullet. I dropped it off at JMB Guitars in same thing, brother. I didn't have a guitar in the car. I was actually going to sell my plasma because they have an advertisement of BioLife Laboratories advertises that you can make up to $700 selling your plasma. So I was like, I'll probably get 5 because I'm vegan and healthy, but I'm old, so what good is my plasma? But it turns out that is a scam. It is not the truth. I borrowed $60 from my brother and Ubered down because I don't have a cab. I don't have a car. So I Ubered down to BioLife Labs in Springfield, and that's like, it's a good 40 minutes, good 45 minutes. And they said first it would take 3 hours my first time. It doesn't say anything like that on the website. It says it's to give yourself extra time, and I did give myself 2 hours to get because they put you up to, it's dialysis. When you give plasma, it's dialysis. So I was going to get money, and then I was like, well, how much am I going to get today? And they were like $90. I was like, well, that's not worth me being 2 hours late to work, so no, I'm not staying here. So I walked out, and I called a couple people, called a friend, and it's my sister's friend, and she said, I'll drive you home. I was like, thank you so much. So I got a ride home, and I got to work on time, which was great, because I like my job. I'm really mellow today. And I'm kind of needing some caffeine, so I made a cup of coffee. I'll be up until 2 easily. I wonder when my sister's coming back. She should be home already. Oh man, I didn't even check to see if she was home. Maybe she came home and went to sleep. Oh, that would be not good if I was waking her up. I didn't hear her growly car, but I wouldn't hear it over the amp. Well, yeah, so that's what I did. I went to give plasma, and it was a bust. It was a scam. They don't give you what they say they're gonna give you. And then I was talking to somebody outside, and she's like, the lady was like, "Are you mad at this place?" I was like, "No, I'm not. I'm not angry. They need plasma. Everybody needs plasma. They use plasma to make drugs and help the monoclonal antibodies. That all comes from plasma. And I figured, why not make some money and help some people who need it? And I said, good, this is a good idea. But then it turned out that I wasn't going to make enough money to make it worth my time. So I was like, this is not worth my time. I'm just going to go home. The nurse was there, the person in the white coat was like, I was like, no, it's cool. I'm just going. I'm not upset. I wish I would have known the lay of the land. I wish I would have known that you were, that I can't get more than $90 for one trip, because then it's not worth it paying an Uber $50 to get down there. It's not worth doing that. It's not worth it. It's just not worth the money and the time. I could have been playing guitar outside today. It was 65 degrees. So tomorrow I'm gonna live stream from the front porch, because this house has a beautiful front porch. So I'll grab I'll grab my acoustic. Maybe I'll even grab my Washburn and sit out there and sing and play. I'll sing and play. Free TikTok, link in bio. Get 4,000 live coins, no fuss. What? No, I'm not. I'm okay. I don't need TikTok coins. I'm just digging life. I'm digging life, my friend. Just digging life, fine person. Thank you for sharing that information on my live stream. And coffee. You're not allowed to drink anything on TikTok, or you get points taken away. And I would just like to thank you all for joining me on my live stream, as always. And I did find another app that that you apparently make a little more money. I don't feel like this app is the moneymaker that it claims to be. Oh, that's loud. My sister has been writing songs, and one of the songs that I put up, I think I put up a song over here. I think I put up, what did I put up? I put up, did I put up, something called It's Only Fair? I put up It's Only Fair, I think. And it was indeed, my sister wrote that. And so she sang it. My sister's got an amazing voice. And she sang it, and it was awesome. And I have that, and I just have to get her permission to put it up, and she's going to get 50% of the royalties from that if I ever get a royalty. So that was kind of cool. And my sister's name's Hillary, and she's a great singer, and she's a hospice nurse, and she's out with her friends right now. So, thank you for joining me. I am going to tap out. Look for me in Western Mass and Eastern Connecticut, even as far down as Boston, this summer as I play. This is where I live now. Anyway, thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Good night. Good night, Isaiah. Thanks for the gifts, buddy. Take care. Much love to all you all.